Round two, John Horrigan, Paul Stivaleta. Peter McGowan is the cameraman. This is kickboxing, a little exhibition. We're at the Lowell Auditorium. Beautiful facility here, Paulie. Many champions have been launched from this very arena.
Oh, we couldn't begin to count. It's one of the great honors of an amateur kid to reach the Golden Gloves and to win them, and not only that, but then many of them have and became great professional fighters. And because it's the birthplace of amateur boxing, and when you win here, you can carry. You don't have to go any further. There's a lot of guys who are just retired as the Golden Glove winner and proud of it, and then there's those who went beyond that into the professional ranks and did well there too. It's a great arena. It's great for kids to come to and to learn to box and to keep off the streets, in which we need a lot of that today. And you got some real dedicated trainers and instructors that work with these kids, and that's what's great about Lowell Sons. It's always been that type of a town, and always will be.
Lowell, one of the eminent fight cities, I'd think, on the eastern seaboard, down Atlantic City. At least right now, this fight is even. McNamara, Sean McNamara in the black pants, and the red pants, Brian Strickland. And now McNamara slips and falls on his knees. There's no knockdown there. This is an exhibition bout. Again, this is a showcase, Paulie. They're showing off Lowell to see if it can house a championship fight. Got some bigwigs here, of course. Jocko, the Commissioner Skeeter McClure, the former Olympian, fought in the Olympics with Muhammad Ali. Then we saw George Kimball, a Boston Herald, Ron Borges, Boston Globe. And Strickland seemed to walk into that combination. It seems that McNamara, after being groggy early, he's the one who's dominated this fight.
Yes, he has. He seems to be in a better shape than in there, and throwing a lot of kicks. And of course, as you see at the boxing, there was a good trip up there.
That's a trip, and it's legal in this sport, isn't it, Paulie?
I guess it is. If they're doing it, not being penalized for it. And I guess the thing is to get the guy off his feet and use your feet as much as you can. As we know, there's a good
solid right hand by Strickland.
Yeah, the solid right hand. But you notice the kicking is more strictly to the kicking than the punching, because of the exhibition, I guess. That but they're not holding back with those kicks. They're really letting them go. And if you see more punching, I think you'll see more damaging and more weakening of each opponent, because the body can take a lot of abuse, but the head doesn't take that much abuse.
Absolutely. McNamara now just kicking his way in with his left foot, using that leg and sticking right, a nice right leg there to the gut of Strickland, and staggered him briefly. Now Strickland, in an unorthodox manner, tries to duck underneath McNamara. McNamara spins around with a kick. This bout is over. Well, there you have it, folks, an exhibition of kickboxing to open up our docket of fights. Partisan crowd responding. It was a nice little exhibition. Brian Strickland in the red pants and Sean McNamara in the black pants, both fighters from Wilmington. I learned a great deal. Number one, I don't know a thing about kickboxing, and number two, it's an exciting sport. Not only do you have to be a powerful puncher as well, but you have to know karate. You have to know the martial arts.
You know something, I don't know too much about kickboxing too, but you know, some of them kicks I saw tonight, I think my father's gave me a couple of those, not in the groin, but in the fanny, and sometimes it caught me on the side of the leg. So I think I was introduced to kickboxing way back when I was a kid doing the wrong thing.
Yeah. That trip that he threw looked like something that would happen on a recess playground, you know, the way he took his leg out. But I thought that was pretty neat, the way that you can do that trip up your opponent, so you have to be on your feet. Here's Jim Tuberosa.